Hey guys. Now, as you probably know, after probably watching my live stream this past Friday, I announced at the beginning that I'm officially monetized with my channel. You know, the very channel, this one, that I've had since June 4th, 2008. And of course, I've said on many occasions, and I think I even said at the beginning in the live stream, that I've always been hesitant about doing this. And the reason I've always been hesitant is for several reasons. One of the main reasons is I would hear people like Joe Vargas of the Angry Joe Show, Bennett the Sage, Rob the Wonderful, James Rolfe, Mike Mattel, Louis Lovehog, Doug Walker, and many others. Pat Cortair, Pat the NES Punk, and many others come out and do videos, sometimes rants, about the confusion of YouTube's copyright system and algorithms and how they feel basically people are abusing the copyright system because there are videos that they would do that are being copyrighted and thus making them ineligible of making money off that video that they posted. That was one of the main reasons, I should say, that I was always hesitant about doing a video about monetizing my channel. The other reason I was never in a hurry really to do this was for 6.5 years I was working at Walmart and I was making good money. I would get bonuses every 4 quarters, getting some extra bonuses this year because of what's been going on. So again, I wasn't in a hurry. But unfortunately, as a lot of you know, about a month ago this past Wednesday, I was let go from my job. So I decided a day later, to try to monetize my channel to get some revenue going. And the first attempt, um, I was um, I was not allowed to do so. I was basically ineligible. So I went and figured out. So I went and researched and found out, what I had to do. And I just went through my channel and took off several videos that may have been posted prior to me posting them on other channels. So I took those videos off and I reapplied on Thursday, and lo and behold, thank the Lord above, because I gave the power and glory to Him through prayer. Um, I became eligible. I became approved to monetize my channel. Now, after this, I'm still kind of learning it. I will put it that way. I'm still kind of learning the whole monetization deal because I can see where people like those that I just mentioned kind of feel that the copyright system and algorithms are a little confusing. Because honestly, there are videos that I have that do fall under the ineligible category of not being able to make money but still be visible. And there are videos that have that limited availability that are kind of like it's a bit of a crapshoot, if you will, to where it's kind of 50-50, to where you'll either make money with ads showing up if the advertisers want to put ads on your video, or basically you won't. Well, basically you'll make very limited money because the people that want to put ads on there won't put ads, and you'll just be dependent on your views, which I guess is kind of a 50-50 deal, or um, I guess silver lining, if you will. But then, of course, you have the other category, which is where you make money. Basically, all represented by, of course, the dollar sign. The red dollar sign with the line through it's ineligible. The yellow one is the limited, and then the green one is like, hey, you can make money. This is your video. You'll make money off it, no problem. But then there's the other green dollar sign that's either a light green or a darker green than the regular colored green dollar sign, and that one is basically share revenue. And what that means is somebody will claim copyright on the video that you have, but they'll basically say, hey, we're claiming copyright, but we're going to share the revenue with you. It's kind of 50-50. And I'm like, okay, cool. At least I get something out of it, you know. Um, but again, looking at all that, I can kind of understand maybe why people are confused by the copyright deal. You know, Again, when I hear people like Joe Vargas come out and rant and rave sometimes on, the copyright thing not being, correct, not working right, and, stuff like that, and people abusing it. I get where he's coming from. As I mentioned in one video I did a couple of weeks ago, um, I can understand his frustration and other people's frustrations, but unfortunately, whether we like it or not, the people that claim the copyright, they have, the right to do so because, as I mentioned in that video several weeks ago, basically, they have the right to do so because they can come out and say in defense, hey, we're the ones that put all the hard work and everything to either type up that script, type up those lyrics, um, you know, use our computers or whatever to create and bring to life and make into a reality all the materials that they're using. So they could come to in defense, they could say all that, show proof of that, and there's nothing you can really do. So one thing I am kind of thankful for when it comes to uploading videos now, especially if I'm going to continue doing AMVs, FanVids, or PMVs, is you now have the option to either monetize the video or not. And when it comes to, let's say, me doing a future PMV video on spike and rarity, maybe down the line, which I'm thinking of doing with the song Before It's Too Late by the Goo Goo Dolls, if I plan to utilize that or make that a reality, I'm probably not going to choose monetization. As much as I would like to make money, a little extra cash on the side, I'm not going to do that because I already know I'm going to get copyright claimed. So why risk it? Why risk, having, where I risk, seeing, basically not getting any revenue brought in with the video that you just uploaded. So, thankfully they give you that option. And as much as this may be hard to say, I think that's an option. Even people like Lynn Cara, Lewis Lovehog, that is, James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, Doug Walker, Nostalgia Critic, Joe Vargas, Angry Joe, Rob the Wonderful, Rob Thomas, Bob Show, Bennett the Sage. I think this is something that they should look into and consider and be like, you know what? We're making enough money and revenue off these other videos that we have. We'll just, because we're not sure about what's going to happen here, let's just, not monetize this one and, possibly worry about the next. And that's all you have to do. That's all they have to do, in my opinion. Just say, look, I'm not going to make money off this video because I don't want to change. And it's the fact that, they're going to say it's ineligible. I'm not going to want to do that. But what's confusing though about certain videos though, when it comes to utilizing material from other sources, is that sometimes certain videos are okay. I'll give you a good example. Jaleel White, known as Steve Urkel from Family Matters, basically did an interview in 2007 or around the 2006, 2007. For the Shout Factory release of the complete series of Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 7am. And I had posted this interview not once but twice. Once in its regular 480p format, I believe, or 360p, or 240p, whatever it is. I have to look. And then I decided to upgrade it to 1080p not once but twice. The first time it was still kind of like it was boxed in a lot more than I would want. The second time was the charm. Not the third time, but the second time was the charm, and it was a full screen look at the interview and in 1080p. And then recently, yesterday, I decided to upconvert the video to 4K so that anybody that has a 4K television or monitor can see the interview in glorious 4K Ultra HD. Well, I'm thinking, okay, I know the Sonic videos, the fan vids that I've done, will get copyrighted either because of the song or because of the visuals that I'm using, probably both. Still be visible and everything, but just, unable to make money off of. So I figured, okay, the interview with Jaleel White's going to be ineligible as well, right? Wrong. The interview that Jaleel White did back around 2006, 2007 is eligible. I can make money off it. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, how's that possible? So to kind of further confirm my suspicions as to what's going on here, I decided to look up another clip that I uploaded, which is the cast of characters, the cast of characters featurette from the Sony Transformers the Movie 20th Anniversary Edition release. I decided to upload basically that mini documentary behind the scenes interview, if you will, and that too was eligible. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what's going on here? Shouldn't Hasbro be saying something, or what's going on? And then it kind of started to dawn on me, wait a minute, they're only utilizing limited footage when they're talking about certain things, from what they're talking about. Like with the interview with the cast of characters featurette from the 20th anniversary of Transformers the movie, they're using limited footage of the movie while the main focus is on the voice actors and the people behind the scenes, that worked on the movie. And the same thing applied to Jaleel White. They were only using limited footage from the show, but mainly focusing on him. And I'm like, hey, this is a loophole. I'm thinking, man, I think everybody just found a loophole here, because I think the reason these are eligible is mainly because the camera is focused on that individual. It's focused on that individual and nothing else. And if there's any footage being utilized, it's very, very limited. It's kind of like, let's say, what Angry Joe does, going back to him. Angry Joe at times will do a review of a new game, like Star Wars Squadrons, which he just did. And it's actually one of the only videos he's allowing copyright claims to be given to the rightful people, because he now has other avenues of revenue he could depend on. But basically, it's kind of like that, to where even if it didn't, even if that video wasn't copyright claimed, which I'm not sure if it was or wasn't, it's mainly focusing on him. Most of it is just him talking about it, and that's it. The same goes for, let's say, Injustice, when he talks about both Injustice games. Same goes for when he talks about what's he talking about? Mortal Kombat, and other games as well. I mean, like even with Sonic Free Riders, back when he did that one, it's and even connect Star Wars way back when he did those videos. There's no copyright claim on him, because he's mainly the one talking. The footage is mainly on him, or the focus is mainly on him, I should say. Well, the footage that you'll be watching is mainly him, but yeah, the focus is mainly him. The camera's on him most of the time. The same with Doug Walker. When Doug Walker does his dark tunes or his nostalgia critic, the focus mainly is on him. Like, he'll use footage, but it's mainly on him, or the camera is mainly on him. It's mainly focused on him and nothing else. Like Doug recently did a dark tunes on the adventures of Mr. Toad and or the adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. He recently did a dark tunes analysis on that, and I don't know if that got claimed or anything, but if it wasn't, it's mainly because the camera is focused on him most of the time. So I'm thinking that's why, these kind of things are, like this Jaleel White interview from the Sonic SatAM box set, and the cast of characters featurette from the 20th anniversary of Transformers the Movie DVD release. I think that's why, among many others, obviously, because there are many out there that are very similar. It's mainly because of the fact that the camera's focus is on the people, and there's very limited footage. So with very limited footage, what's there to really copyright claim? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying those videos won't be claimed in the future. They could be. And if they are, well, oh, that's fine. That's fine. Again, as I mentioned in that one video I did a couple weeks ago, and I just mentioned here, I believe, basically basically the people that would claim it would have a right to it. They would have the reasoning, a right to do it. So, in my opinion, so again, in my opinion, if it, gets claimed in the future, then, fine. Look, I'm not going to be someone that's going to fight it or anything, because I'm someone that believes, hey, if you put the hard work into something, then you should be the one that takes credit for it. Whether, people like myself or Lynn Cara or Angry Joe or anybody else feel it's, fair or not fair, if you're the one that put the hard work into it, you have the right to claim it. Because let's be honest, you can't say, and I'm not trying to be, and I'm not being offensive here when I say this. I say this with all due respect. You can't say that Joe Vargas or Louis Lovehog would not copyright claim somebody like me, or let's say somebody like my nephew, or one of my cousins that would go out and take their footage and put it on their video or on their channel, upload it to their channel, whether they up convert it to 4K, 8K, whatever, and try to make money off it. You don't think they would come after them to try to get, to kind of claim it, as their own? Of course they would. And they would have the right to do that because they're the ones that put the hard work into it. But anyway, getting back on topic, because I know I feel like I may have gone a little off topic a little bit, but it does kind of all tie in. And, but basically getting back onto the focus and topic of this video, and that is, yes, I'm officially monetized here. I've already, I should say, I've already made some money, I guess you could say. It's not much. You have to basically reach a certain threshold, as they call it, to open up your bank, method of payment, which obviously is going to be a while, I guess. I'm assuming. Um, I don't think I have to do anything because, everything is connected. Because this one girl I did watch, and she was talking about it, talking about the fact that she had monetized, got monetized and everything, but she had to go through all these different steps because, she didn't have, I guess, that many viewers or anything, like someone like me does, or someone like James Rolfe or Lynn Cara or Joe does. So she had to go through all these different steps. But then she mentioned in the comments section that, oh, let me correct something. Let me update you on something. You know, and basically what she updated and corrected was that if you have more viewers, more subscribers, basically what they recommend, and to really get eligible, then you don't have to go through the whole connection deal. You'll be automatically connected and all that. So for me, I'm all set. I'm all set and everything, hopefully. And we'll see within a month what it comes to. I mean, right now I'm kind of like okay. I'm like near, you know, 3, 8, depending. That's not in the hundreds or anything. That's just single digits. But that's about it. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm still getting the hang of it. I'm still trying to learn things here and there. I am grateful that if I get to do a PMV in the future, upload it, like I said, or AMV or whatever, that I'll have the option to, and I probably will utilize the option to not make money off it because I know I'm going to get claimed anyway. So I'm not going to risk that, if you know what I mean. So, so yeah, I'm probably going to choose that alternative when it comes to uploading my music videos and all that. And again, this is something that, just my opinion, I think people like Angry Joe, Linkara, AVGN, Nostalgia Critic, all of them should look into. Bennett the Sage, Rob the Wonderful, Bob Show. I think this is something that I believe they should all look into as, a possibility of, okay, I want to put this up here, but I know I might get copyright claimed, so I'm just going to turn off the monetization. I'm not going to choose to monetize because, you know what? I'm probably going to get claimed anyway. So if I'm them, I would at least consider that, as a safety precaution. as a safety precaution, and then till later on when maybe if you decide, okay, let's see if I can make money off this video now and see what happens. And if you can, you can. If you can't, we can't. So, but again, guys, I just wanted to come on here. I know I sound like I rambled and went all over the place. I'm tired. It is late, but I just wanted to let you know that yes, I am officially monetized on my channel here. Thank God, thank the Lord above for this opportunity, and His hoping that this works out, and just go from there. I mean, again, already it looks like I'm off to a positive start. Not a big one. It's just, let's just put it this way: if you want to get like two dollar menu items from Taco Bell, let's just say, on one hand, I would have enough to do that. But if you wanted to get a $5 box meal, I also, on the other hand, have enough to do that as well. So again, guys, just thank you all for watching. So again, guys, just I thought I'd let you know, and thank you all for watching, and thank you all for your support. Thank the Lord above for this opportunity, and that's all I can say, guys. And until then, take care. God bless. Stay safe. And I'm gonna get to bed now because it's late, and I am tired. And if I sound like I rambled and went all over the place, that's the reason. So, till then, guys, take care. I'm out. See you later.